So this episode was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Right off the bat, it starts off kind of slow, but then in the second half of the episode, it gets crazy, man. So to begin off the episode, pretty much Asta arrives back from visiting Gordon, and we find out that Gordon wanted to stay with his family so he can study the magic. So he's probably he's pretty much training. That's his training. He's gonna stay behind with his father and learn some new spells and learn more about their history, and he's gonna get stronger under the guidance of his father. And we see that Gray and Ghosh are still kind of, shook. They're pretty much shook because they seen some pretty crazy stuff in Gordon's house. So Asta is like, I don't know what's wrong with them, I'm all right. And that's because we know Asta is very gutsy. He's pretty much, nothing really bothers him. Nothing bothers Asta. I mean, he's just a happy guy. So the food there, as we see, they were eating eyeballs and some weird stuff, and that didn't even bother him. He was thankful that they even gave him food. So pretty much, Asta tells Yami the information about the Heart Kingdom, and he's asking Yami. He's like, hey, can I go to the Heart Kingdom? And so Yami's like, sure, why not? But Yami cannot get the permissions to do so. So then Noelle comes up with the idea, and she's like, okay, my cousin Mimosa has been there before. So they go to talk to Mimosa, and they take Finral. Finral goes because, he's convenient to use because he has spatial magic, so he can pretty much travel. So they talk to Mimosa, and she's like, yeah, I went there before and I have connects. So she's like, I'll see what I can do. And she pretty much got them 4 people a pass to go to the Heart Kingdom. So those 4 people are Asta, Noelle, Finral, and Mimosa. So that's a pretty cool team. Something I want to say is I like how Black Clover, they switch up the characters, like last episode it was Asta, Gordon, Ghosh, and Gray. This episode it was Asta. It's most of the time it's always going to have Asta in the mix, but the supporting characters around Asta are going to change. Asta's going to most likely always be in the mix just because he's the main character. So this episode we had Asta, Mimosa, Noelle, and Finral. So they go off to the Heart Kingdom, and their tour guide is a guy named Gaja. And I said this in one of my other videos. I'll link it if you want to watch that. But he is pretty much a lightning mage. He uses electric magic or lightning magic, whatever you want to call it. And he attacks them out of nowhere. At first he's being friendly, and he gives them all a drink. And the drink tastes better when you run magic through it. And I think it was cool how they threw in some fan service, because for all the people who ship characters like Noelle and Asta, they had a lot of that in this episode. For example, earlier in the episode, Asta was sitting in the middle of Noelle and Mimosa, and he was pretty much getting attention from both of them, and they pretty much wanted his attention back. Mimosa pretty much made him some food, and then Noelle gave him some water, and they were both pretty much jealous of each other because they both have a crush on Asta. And that's just Yuki Tabata giving us some fan service pretty much, but anyways, so Gaja attacks them, and Asta gets abducted. He gets enclosed in some water magic and taken away. And straight off the bat, this is where the episode gets so good. So pretty much they just like whenever Langris was about to kill Finral, how they all came so quick. The same thing happened. They all dive behind each other. They all fight for each other. They're not gonna let anything happen to their members. So pretty much Asta got taken away, and they immediately was like, oh no, this is not happening. They start running after him. They're like, they're not getting Asta. So they immediately go into battle mode, and their teamwork is so effortless and cohesive. It goes together so good. So we have Finral using his spatial magic to send them towards Asta. And Gaja is kind of impressed, but he's like, it's a stage 3. So he's like, I'm better. I'm a stage 0. And the lower the number, in their eyes, it's like a scale. The lower the number, the better the magic. So pretty much they start going, and then Gaja is just so quick because, you know, he's a lightning mage. Just like we see with luck, lightning mages tend to be fast because, you know, lightning is fast. So pretty much he reaches them in like a single leap, and he reaches Finral and Mimosa and Noelle. Then this is where the battle starts, and they start fighting. Pretty much the best way I could explain it is they were going back and forth. I can't say it was too much in one direction over the other, but it was pretty much back and forth. But at the same time, you have to give Gaja respect because he's facing off against 3 people and he's by himself. So it's like a 3v1, and he's using some crazy magic that they haven't seen before. Like, he has runes around his body, and these runes enhance his magic, and we haven't seen that so far in the series. So maybe some other characters in the future will learn how to do that, possibly Luck, maybe. So yeah, they're pretty much going back and forth, and I wanna shout out Noelle Silva because she's really improved. And that's what I like about the series. Characters improve over time. As you can recall, in the beginning of the series, she could not even control magic, but now she's using powerful spells that are impressing a stage 0 mage. And I think that's, you know, important to shout out. Like, I really have to shout out her. She did so much work, and it paid off because she can now use her Valkyrie and her sea dragon. So her sea dragon magic spell easily, effortlessly. So I think that's cool for her to shout out. We got to make that known. Also, Asta gets taken to fight the water spirit, and this is the first time we see the water spirit in the show. I read the manga, so I've seen her already, but this is the first time we see her. This is her debut, and it seems like the water spirit always stays in the heart kingdom. Now I know Yuno has a wind spirit, and that's in the Clover kingdom, but it seems like the water spirit is always gifted to the queen of the heart kingdom. And that's another thing. Instead of a king, they have a queen in the heart kingdom. So Asta's facing off against the spirit because, you know, the spirit is kind of protecting her, and Asta's doing pretty good. Like, he's not really struggling, I wouldn't say. And Neto also helps him out. Everyone is just very useful, you know. Everyone serves a purpose, and that's what I want to, you know, touch on. Everyone has a purpose. No one is forgotten. Nero helps out in the fight. So like, the Black Bulls teamwork is just amazing. And I know Mimosa's not in the Black Bulls, but she, honestly, I wish she was, because she fits in perfectly. And pretty much the only thing else I gotta touch on is the queen of the heart kingdom has some insane magical abilities. As we see, she can see around the whole heart kingdom with her magic, and her magic stretches the whole heart kingdom. So that is some crazy levels. We see Julius, the Wizard King, his magic also stretches the whole Clover kingdom. So that's just something to point out. But that was a pretty good episode, guys. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But other than that, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video.